Lagos does not sleep. It only pretends to, for a few hours, before the generators start humming again. At exactly 4:47 in the morning, in a modest two-bedroom flat in Ojota, Emeka Obi stood in front of a cracked mirror, straightening a tie he could not afford, for a job interview that would either save his family or finally break it. He was 34 years old. He had a wife who no longer asked him for money because she had stopped expecting it. He had a son who thought "Daddy travels a lot" was the truth, instead of the lie his mother told to explain the nights Emeka slept in his car outside offices, waiting for morning, too ashamed to come home empty-handed again. 3 years ago, Emeka was somebody. A regional manager, a man with a driver, a man whose calls were returned the same day. Then the company folded. And Lagos, which only respects the rising, forgot his name overnight. This morning was different. This morning, a man named Chief Rasheed Balogun, a man whose empire touched real estate, oil marketing, and, quietly, several people in government, had agreed to see him. Not out of kindness. Emeka's old university roommate, now Chief Balogun's driver, had begged for the favor. 10 minutes. That was all he was promised. What Emeka did not know, as he tied that old tie with shaking hands, was that in 10 minutes, he would be offered the one thing more dangerous than poverty. He would be offered a way out. And the price of it would take 3 years, one funeral, and the love of his own son to fully reveal itself. This is not a story about a poor man who became rich. This is a story about what a man becomes on the way up, and whether there is ever a road back down. This is the cost of rising. The Balogun complex on Victoria Island did not look like wealth. It looked like power that had stopped trying to impress anyone. Emeka sat across a glass desk from Chief Balogun, a heavy-set man in his 60s with the calm, unhurried manner of someone who had never once been kept waiting in his life. "Your friend tells me you were good with numbers," Chief Balogun said, not looking up from his tablet. "Regional manager. Fell with the company, not because of you." "Yes, sir," Emeka said. "I built their distribution network from nothing. It wasn't my failure that ended it." "I know." Chief Balogun finally looked up. "I checked. That is why you are sitting there, and not in the 60 other chairs my secretary turned away this month." He slid a folder across the table. "I need someone to manage logistics for a new venture. Import documentation, warehouse movement. The pay is 4 times what you last earned. There is a car, there is a driver if you want one." Emeka opened the folder. His hands were no longer shaking from fear. They were shaking from something closer to hope, which is sometimes more dangerous. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. "What is the business, sir?" Chief Balogun smiled, the way a man smiles when he already knows the answer he wants. "The business," he said, "is whatever I tell you it is. Your job is not to ask what is inside the containers, Emeka. Your job is to make sure they move. Can you do that?" Somewhere outside the tinted window, Lagos honked and shouted and hustled, indifferent to the silence inside that office. Emeka thought of his son, asleep in a flat with a leaking roof. He thought of his wife's face, tired in a way that had nothing to do with sleep. "Yes, sir," he said. "I can do that." He did not know it yet, but he had just answered the only question that would matter for the next 3 years of his life. Not whether he could move the containers, but whether he could live with what was inside them.